Good evening, and good evening. We are back. I am Ian, the smile of the wife.
Rachel.
We are of Big Family Life in the Simpson Family Home, and 4Fs with the Simpson family. The 4Fs representing faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith, because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us. Family, because aside from God, there's nothing and no one more important on this earth. Food, because food is medicine, and fitness, because we believe overall wellness can be achieved by pursuing and maintaining a strong mind, soul, and body. Hence, 4Fs to manifest your best life by grace under God. This is Real Talk, and the topic, as always, revolves around if happiness is a choice. What did you do today, sweetheart, that made you smile?
I think it was my when you guys picked me up today because it rained all afternoon at work.
It did.
And so I was just happy to be going home because it was rain had stopped.
Yeah,
and,
right.
It makes you kind of sleepy. However, I got my second wind on the way home. Bought a coffee and ready to go for the rest of this evening. So
I was sleepy on the way to get you as well. It rained from last night?
Yes.
From into the night last night, and most of the afternoon this afternoon, and so it's kind of was one. However, it's one of those. It's really a blessing because it was a dry winter, it's a dry spring, dry fall, dry winter, dry spring. So I mean,
No. Go shower, please.
Yeah.
Go.
So it was much needed, and of course, being allergy season, and the road. Yeah.
No, somebody says use a glasses cloth. Thank you.
Hi, Jody. You can tell I'm not an eyeglass wearer, right? You can tell, right? You can absolutely tell because that's probably good evening, Jody. God bless you. That's probably a huge taboo what I'm doing there, right? And I have some over there.
There's one over there.
And they're reading glasses. I use them for reading. And
Fifi, pass me that cloth over there, please.
And you most this is the end all be all. Yes, the glasses cloth. Yes. You know that I don't regularly wear eyeglasses when I go to the bathroom and they end up in the toilet. Thank you, my love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have. Because I'm a gentleman, right? I don't want to pee all over the seat, so I want to aim, and then I look down, and there they go. Well, of course I washed them before I put them back on. Jeez, peeps. Thank you.
And she goes, "Did you get your garden in?" I was actually just asking about that the other day. Ryder has been wanting to clean out our garden box.
Yeah.
And so I'll get on him, and hopefully by this weekend we'll put it in.
I haven't, I don't usually. What it is that I go through my processes. I have I laid some soil in the get down, girl.
Down.
I laid some soil in the front lawn, in some areas on the edge where the grass wasn't catching, and I seeded that. Hey, Pop, God bless you. Happy Wednesday, buddy. And I seeded that, so I'm kind of waiting for that to do what it needs to do in order for me to kind of move on to the next step. I don't like to leave a task unfinished. And so, however, grass does take a little while to grow. I really don't like to leave a task unfinished.
Yeah, excuse me.
However, I do have. She went and got me some more planters. I do have some more snake plants to transplant, and I do want to put the Venus flytraps into some peat moss because they're not doing so well. So I've really got to get at them and get proactive. Today wasn't the best day for that because it rained all day. So as the conversation goes, if happiness is a choice, what did you do today made you smile? For you, baby, it was
being picked up after work today because of the rain and yeah. It was just like one of those gloomy days.
Yeah, happy Wednesday, Tommy. For me, it was today we skipped a workout this morning. That's something that we haven't done in ever. However, my body I've been dealing with a couple nagging injuries, and I was pretty frustrated about it. I didn't get to run yesterday, so today I had a workout in the afternoon, and that made me smile because I had a really great workout, and I felt really good about it afterwards, and that made me smile. Sometimes you just need to, it was hot, it was sweaty, it was muggy, it was sticky, it was gross, but it was great. And that sometimes when you put in the work, right? Like, I mean, Jody, right? When you put in that work, that you're a country gal, kind of, right? So I mean, when you put in that work, sometimes you just need to. You just need to get sweaty, and you just Anyways, chatting with the people I want to talk to at work makes me smile every day. Pop, perfect.
You are a people person,
right?
Hey, CJ.
God bless you, CJ. God bless you. And I mean, anyone in the chat, it's a conversation. Please let us know, because if happiness is a choice, if you've identified that quite possibly you're not happy in your situation or your circumstance, how do you get there? Well, quite simply, step one, you work step one, and that's to identify the little things that make you happy in your life, and you feed into that. And I think that what you'll notice is that organically, once you start feeding into the little things that make you happy, you'll stop feeding into the things that make you unhappy, because unhappiness is a choice too. Oh boy, here we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
I went to the MCC Thrift Store in Carmen treasure hunting. That sounds like fun.
Right?
I want to do that. There was this cake. It reminds me of that story. So I used to like going to thrift stores, and I haven't because of everything going on, and even previous to. However, I used to like doing that. And so we would be and I think it is an MCC Thrift Store.
Okay.
So we'd be like driving down this one street, and there was like these antique furniture and all this in the store, and I'm like, hey babe, we gotta stop. And then he's like, no, you're not wearing a dress today.
Not wearing a skirt.
Yeah. And so it just became this thing, and then finally I think we went. He took me there. He was like, okay, let's go.
It was just an ongoing joke. That she wasn't wearing a skirt.
And then we found out the prices were too expensive. It was not a thrift store at all. It was like upcycled furniture that they were passing off as bougie.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, it's a sad day here in London, Ontario. Please give us some input there. What happened in London? The family, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's honor that, please. Very quickly. That yes.
Oh, stereotype.
Yeah. The family that was. Yeah.
I haven't read much news on it. Like, I just seen the headlines, and then I didn't click on the story.
Well, Jody, apparently a motorist drove into a family, just seemingly a hate crime for no other reason other than, right? And all members were deceased, I believe, except for the 9-year-old child.
I don't know.
Help me out here, Pop.
5 minutes away from me.
I walk that street weekly. I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. So was that the 9-year-old and I mean, and I smile every day. My legs decide not to give up yet. Thank you, Tommy.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, keep moving. That's important too. Keep moving, because the minute we stop moving. I keep thinking about hey Carla, God bless you. I keep thinking about if there's any Twilight fans, and anybody that watched the Twilight series, and you remember I see, at the very end where the big battle with the Cullens against the Voltaire, but before the you lose it, right? Use it or lose it, right, Jody? But before the big battle, like which was Breaking Dawn Part 1, I think, Breaking Dawn Part 1, and the Voltaire, there was a group before the Voltaire, and they were the rulers, and they were just even more savage than the Voltaire. And the guy said that, we were so powerful, we didn't care about anything, so we just became very still. And by the time we started to move again, the Voltaire had burned all our castles. And I thought that is such a great euphemism of life, really, because if you stop moving, right, as Jody says, you don't use it, you lose it, right? Once you stop moving and become sedentary, you lose eventually you lose the ability to move, right? So I think that it's just really, really important to just get moving and keep moving, both figuratively and metaphorically, if you would. You know what I mean? Because movement entails, it has the idea of growth as well, right? That's movement as well, right? Personal growth, emotional growth, psychological growth, not just physical movement, you know what I mean? But all four aspects of the whole, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Fifi, can you grab my water bottle for me, please? I don't even know.
No,
where
it's just
it's up over there by the pineapple.
Did she actually get that before? Did she know what you were referencing?
What's that?
Jody, the Voltaire, and all that.
Oh, I mean, all that is really
okay.
irrelevant.
I thought
The
maybe
whole
she
idea.
was like she knew right away what you're talking about. I was
mean,
like, wow.
Am I a Twilight fan? Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, yeah, she has such a heavy hand. Whole
What is
civilizations.
What does G have on?
God's lives matter. God's lives matter. Two questions. Let's go. M5 won't win yet. And
No, MS won't win yet. So that's
right. Okay. Thank you,
multiple
Tommy. Yes.
sclerosis.
Thank you, Tommy. Yes. Keep moving.
yeah.
And in our answer to Jody, God's lives matter. God's lives matter. We are God's people. We are equalists. God's lives matter. And am I a Twilight fan? I used to be a movie fan. It didn't really matter. It just movies I like. And I mean, did I enjoy that series? Absolutely. Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. Now at this particular juncture in my journey, would I watch that again? Like, if it came across my plate now for being what it is, would I? No, I wouldn't consume it now. However, at the time for what it was, and I watched all the, what was the other one there with the, what was that one?
Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that oh wow. Just like, wow, the Hunger Games, wow. I mean, many say that we live in a Hunger Games society right now, and it's very hard for me to say no. However, that's a completely other conversation. And then, how is work going, Rachel?
No, I wanted to let is it Tommy Kinnear? So yeah, like I'm with you on the MS. My dad does have MS, so I totally understand. You take one day at a time, and you're just happy that everything is doing as it's supposed to, because I know there are bad days and then there's the good days. So I can empathize with you as I see my dad going through it. And how is work going on? It's going good. I'm enjoying it. I'm like, a week and a half in, and I'm enjoying my time there. Yeah.
Jody said she was just thinking about the Hunger Games the other day.
Oh.
Go on, please.
No, it's just that I'm excited every day when I go to work, and then I'm also excited to be coming home. So it's like filling myself with, feeding myself, with the things that I love. So work, home, and yeah, and then soon school.
Right, back to school. Regards from Germany. God bless you, Germany. We're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. God bless you. Thanks for reaching out. And no, I still don't think Guyana is the best island in the Caribbean. And you could ask me that 100 times every day for the next 100 days in a row, and I still won't think that Guyana is the best island in the Caribbean. My answer will still be Jamaica, simply because of my loyalty to my hometown. And Pop says, lucky you. And Tommy says, tell Dad to keep going.
So she said, sighing is a sign of distress. I must have sighed. And I did that to him today, too, because he was like, is everything okay? And I was like,
Babe,
yeah.
Gonna keep asking until I change your mind. That's my personal goal. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, hey, Eric.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hey, Eric. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in.
And Jody, I think with like that sighing is like, I'm kind of like still feeling it out. It's like I enjoy going, but I'm still trying to find my groove, and I'm like, where do I start? Because I see the negative impacts of what's going on, and then I see the positive, and then trying to find where I fit in within the team,
Right.
and Like my coworkers are all great.
Yeah.
It's just like, where do I fit in? And it's very welcoming in that, but it's like, yeah, it's so hard to say, but I'm enjoying it. Like, really am. Yeah.
And favorite Bible verse, mine is Philippians 4:13.
If you know that one. And
Not
hi from
often.
Norway.
Hi Norway, God bless you. And just go ahead, baby. Deal with that, please.
Oh, she says I
Hey,
learned that.
hey, Auntie Carla, Auntie
Auntie
Lana.
Lana. Hey, Lana. And then I seen Carla joined in.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
then
Auntie Lana.
Yeah.
So Jody says, I learned that when I was 10 months pregnant and having to shop for XL underwear. The clerk told me that. All
Told you what?
The sigh. But like today's
Great
like
story.
it is. But yeah, like today I was like, I even sighed when he was asking me like, what's wrong, and then right away I was like I didn't even realize I did it. So today's just one of my those gloomy days with the weather.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very uncomfortable because I'm hot, but yeah. They're lucky to have your age. I think I'm lucky to have them as well because it's a learning experience. I think it's like, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And we excited for her because she's feeding her spirit.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeding it. I'm getting there. Philippians. Hello, God bless. What is it? We got to go back.
Yeah, it's right.
Sorry, baby, I don't know how.
No.
Oh, right there,
What is it?
4:13.
4:13.
Okay.
Here we go. Philippians 4.
Yeah, Jody, we do actually have central air in here. However,
13.
like today they've letting fresh air in, so it's like kind of muggy in here. And
Okay. Oh yes. I can do all things through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. That's one of his favorite Bible verses. Mine is in Isaiah. I can't. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember the exact verse, and for me to paraphrase very quickly, for I am He who wipes out your transgressions for my own sake and remembers thy sin no more. Right? Yeah, that one is one of my favorites. One off.
4:13. That was
Philippians.
Thank you.
Philippians 4:13. Yes, we can. It's bedtime. No, good night. No, don't give me that look.
She changed it pretty quick.
Don't give me that look, young lady. And
Try to
I mean,
have
so chocolate before bed. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, and we'll send you home to your parents. Yeah, no problem. Wait a minute, we are your parents. No.
And so somebody says there, I have a couple Jamaican jerseys.
Oh yeah, you got a couple more than me, Tommy.
Yeah.
You want to trade?
The look.
You're right, the look with the silverback. So, and the thing is, no, you're
no,
not.
no.
You're doing a great job, my love.
We're talking about something else.
We're talking about something else. There was one that got loose in Kingstown. Do you believe that? Mm-hmm. No, you're not silverbacking, baby.
Hey, did you find your brush?
Yes, you need to find a brush so that we can do that. So when hairbrush, my hairbrush. When so Auntie Lana said good night, babies.
And then Jody here says, mine is the effect, bless your enemies, pray for those who curse you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean we have to, right? And so I remember the first day that I took Mom to work, and I observed the courtyard where her building that she works in, and and it's right downtown, and I've seen that area before in the past, and there was a water fountain there and everything, and now it seems that because now it's kind of some homeless people have kind of taken up residence there, if you would. The whoever is responsible for the upkeep and the maintenance of the square itself as a civic duty, it seems that they're no longer concerned with keeping the upkeep, and I that doesn't sit well. That doesn't seem right to me. We felt compelled to do something about that as a family. So we made an offer, and the community people that she worked with. I think that we're in the process of working out the logistics so that we can, kind of just be the change and get down there and clean that area up. We've asked them that if they can provide the supplies that we'll need, garbage bags and so on and such, then we'll come down there and commit a weekend to it and just as a family and get the work done. Because I think that one of the things that she said to me when she came home after a day in the afternoon is that, she sees the homeless. And the thing is that a lot of them just want to be seen. A lot of them just want to be seen. And they certainly, if we can help in any small way, we choose to do so. Mm-hmm. And so as an act of service, I think that's how we'll be spending our weekend in the Simpson family here.
I'm just gonna look him.
Mm-hmm.
Just make him just backhand dad.
Good night. Oi.
What
Good
was
night.
this?
No, it's just my water. Right there.
Do unto your brother.
Yeah.
Is that, did I read that right? Do unto.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're just comparing Bible verses as the conversation goes. So where's the conversation going? What did Carla? What did you do today that made you smile?
Auntie Lana.
Auntie Lana, what did you do today that made you smile? If happiness is a choice, identify the little things that make us happy, and we feed into that.
Oh, you know what happened too this morning?
What is that, my love?
I slept 10 hours last night.
She did.
Yeah.
She didn't even make one episode of Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
I was like, the kids came through at this time, 8:30, to say their goodnights, and she was already out. I mean, I she was out before that because I'm talking to her. We're watching, we're watching Criminal Minds, and normally I'm the one that go out. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm up watching tonight, and I'm talking to her, and then she's not responding, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Soloing it tonight. Solo Criminal Minds marathon last night. And then tonight she gonna want to catch up. I'm be like, nah, you gotta pick up where I left off.
Yeah, I was in bed like 8 o'clock and then I woke up at 6 this morning. So I had a good sleep last night. And I think it's like the heat and I don't know, whatever else.
Everything.
But I get up at like 5:30 in the morning most of the time. Mm-hmm. And then, go ahead. You were got that Joe? I thought you were going to say something.
No.
So, what made you smile? So, Jody went to the thrift store, which is, I can't wait to, I miss yard sales. I just like to drive by them and look. We've actually had some really good finds. So funny, that is actually what my former partner and did every night.
You know what though? We have more homeless people these days. Yeah, Pop. It's tragic, however true. It's so funny because we have a pretty hard rule: no TVs in our bedroom. Yeah. Like we have a pretty hard rule: no TV in our bedroom. So we watch on the laptop. And I think that was just a carryover from the last place because, I was working construction. So, I come home after 12 hours and, have something to eat, grab a shower, I'm bed. I mean, we're not watching TV or not, just bed. 6 o'clock comes awfully early, and I think that we just kind of went with that. We just kind of we would shout about the TV, wipe the So we just no TVs, but so we watch on the laptop. We compromise.
And it was like one of those things where because it was getting so hard, like before we didn't I wasn't watching anything. And he would I'd be waking him up because I'd be pacing the house, I'd be outside, coming back in, and it was because my dreams were just getting too bad. It was to the point where I wasn't even getting any sleep. And so then when he noticed the change in that, by watching a program before bed, I was actually sleeping through the night, I think. Yeah. Oh boy, look at her bangs.
I'm grateful for the rain, and it made me smile to hear the rain this morning.
That's
What else?
Auntie Lana.
That's Auntie Lana. Auntie Lana also said good night, Blue. GN is for good night. That's Auntie Lana talking to you. Say good night, Auntie Lana.
Night.
Good reading. But sorry, go ahead, sweetheart.
No, it was just that I was I'm sleeping through the night now.
Yeah.
So before it was getting pretty bad. However, we found a happy medium between the both of us, and if I want to watch a movie with him and then he doesn't want to watch it, I put it on and I'm like, okay, you'll just watch it in your sleep. So yeah.
I've watched so many movies vicariously or subconsciously, however way you want to call. I mean, she. I've watched the entire 50 Shades series with her.
Yeah.
And that boyfriend goals right there.
Yeah.
I've watched the entire 50 Shades series with her, and
Titanic.
but I have, and
Shake your head, yes.
yes, I have. Yes, I have. I mean, Titanic.
Oh, and so IG 2300. How are you guys doing? We are doing great. Right now it's like hot.
Yeah, muggy, more muggy. Yeah,
muggy.
humid
Yeah.
because it's been raining all day, but there's no relief from the real relief from the heat. But I mean, I don't complain about the heat because I'm in a perpetual state of preparing for winter. Winter's coming. Winter's coming, and Manitoba winters don't play. They don't play up here in the prairies, so I am perpetually and forever storing heat in the summer months. Always. It's just how it goes.
And like I can't find that happy medium. I'm like, it's too cold or it's too hot.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
I like fall. Because it's both.
You like fall because it's both?
It's cold and hot.
It's cold and like a little bit warm.
Okay.
All right.
Then
Okay. Yeah.
someone said, Pop said more homeless people.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we got that
We
one.
were having a brief conversation about that, but yeah, we moved on.
And then
Ryder's here. What's up, Ryder? Got the
Hello.
peripheral working
Oh,
on
okay.
fleek.
And the humidity is just doing wonders on his curls today. His hair is just
Mm-hmm.
then someone said, how
Okay,
are
say-
you guys doing?
Take a night.
Oh, we are blessed and highly favored. Auntie Lana's up in there. There's a couple aunties up in there. Yeah, say it.
Oh, baby. So
Yeah.
she said, Ian, how old were you when you experienced your first Canadian winter?
Okay, that was the year that I first came to Canada, actually.
Jody
That would have
said
been, hey?
Jody said that.
Okay, Jody, thank you.
Oh.
That would have been, that's Miss Jody, thank you. And that would have been November 1980. And I don't remember much other than to say that I thought snow was fascinating because I remembered that. I remember,
Just like,
Auntie Lana said, love the hair rider.
Right?
And then Jody said, beautiful children.
yes, Miss Jody, thank you.
Thank you.
And and love you. And I remember running around in the airport parking lot in Winnipeg International and chasing snowflakes and catching them on my tongue, and my dad chasing me around, and that's all I remember about my first winter. And then as a child, though, young children, you love whatever, right? You don't feel pain as a young child. However, as a teenager, I stayed out once winter and I frostbit my ears so bad I had to get them bandaged, and I looked like Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy walking around. It was horrible. Oh gosh, it was so
I
horrible.
heard that story and it was like, it was the most like adorable story of a young teenage boy
Wow,
trying
it was
to
horrible.
court.
Oh my word! In -50 with no gloves, no toque, like a leather jacket with it's horrible. Oh my goodness! Yeah. that
Wait,
was a
did
bad
you at least
experience.
have like shoes and boots?
She
Well, I
said,
had shoes. However, go ahead, sweetie.
oh, no, you were talking. I was just, no, she said, funny, I tell my boys to always address women as miss.
Yeah, I'm old school like that. That's I'm a Jamaican. I'm old school Jamaican. I was raised a certain way, and I don't have. I think that there's certain. I have no issue with being old school. I mean, if it means that I'm respectful, if I have manners and so on, those qualities are important to me.
And that's it. So even this morning, because he was dropping me off at work, and every day he walks me to the door. And so one of my coworkers, this young guy, and he is like, was that your husband this morning? I was like, yeah. He walks me to the door. I said, chivalry isn't dead yet. And I said, he, like, to this day, he still, like, opens the car door for me when, you know, we go out to the vehicle. And, yeah, he said, a couple goals. So I thought that was adorable because, yeah, my husband is very gentlemanly.
I was raised to be a gentleman, and I think that there is value there to maintain that behavior and such. I not just to raise my daughters to say that to model how a gentleman ought to treat them, not just to model how a gentleman ought to treat my daughters. However, equally as important to model to our sons how they ought to treat a lady as well. You know, I mean, yeah, enough with toxic masculinity already.
Yeah. And so IG there says, I'm from the UK and we have a heat wave and it's so hot.
Yeah, God bless. Hey, Miss Michaela. Hey, Miss Michaela. How are you? God bless you. Can't imagine what Grandpa said when that happened. He was not happy chasing me around because it was cold and I just had this little blazer on, and I do have a vivid memory of that, him chasing me around the parking lot at Winnipeg International, me catching snowflakes on my tongue, and him and me juking him hard too. Good times.
And
Good
Auntie
times.
Yolanda said goodnight, love yous.
Good times.
And Jody said you probably look cool.
Hey?
Yeah, you probably look cool with your Spock
The
ears.
Spock ears.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. It was so bad. My doctor said that, and I to this day, Dr. Jebimani, and I went and saw him. Lean back a little bit, please, sweetheart. For years and years, he was the only doctor that I ever saw, and he was my pediatrician, and even as an adult, he's got, and if his office is still there, and the last time I checked it was, he's got pictures of the boys on his wall, because for years he was the only doctor I ever went to. And he had said that to this day, I don't know if he was just a warning or not, lean forward, please, sweetheart, or if he was serious. He says if I ever got my ears frostbitten like that again, or frostbitten at all, he was going to have to cut them off. And so, I didn't risk it. I didn't risk it.
Cut your ears off.
No way.
Then you would have to learn sign language.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I couldn't. I just because he cut my ears off, don't mean I couldn't hear or speak, for that matter. I could still speak. They should cut my ears off, not cut my tongue out. You're so morbid.
She is. And then we had Canadian A. He said, "How is it going?"
Hey, Canadian, what's happening, man?
Simpson family.
Yeah.
And then what time is it here? So it is 8:45.
Yeah, 8:45 p.m. It's 8:30. I mean, and you notice, right? Every night they squeeze a couple more minutes out of us, ain't Pop?
Mm-hmm.
You're noticing this, right, eh, Pop? Every night they squeeze a couple more minutes until bedtime is getting pushed back later and later. Mm-hmm. Me and them, watch. Me and...
Well, we're growing.
We're
What do you
growing.
mean you're growing? What do you mean you're growing? But it's what is awesome is that
Love you.
what has happened is that the other kids in the neighborhood have come out.
Emerged.
They've emerged, right? We live in an area that's predominantly brown. A lot of individuals from India and so on and so forth. And over the winter months, they're not as climatized, I don't think, to the cold weather, and so you don't see them a great deal. The children, especially, I mean, they're indoors for the 8 months of winter. They're indoors, right? 8 months. However, they've started, and it was such a joy, and they're running and playing and screaming and it's just such a joyful noise unto the Lord. And I know that the Lord smiles when He hears that, because I know that I certainly did.
Yeah, I love, like, in our evenings, like, we like to sit outside and we watch all the kids because, you know, we want to keep everybody safe.
Right.
And
That's
so
part of it, of course.
we're sitting there and, you know, the kids are playing and I don't know how much we had this evening.
Wow, there had
There's got to be
a
like
dozen.
15?
Yeah.
15
easily.
kids, and they're all just running around
Yeah.
in between the houses, and I just love that.
Yeah.
That they're able to all interact, you know, within the family. So you have like all parents sitting on their stoops, watching the kids.
Because it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
It takes a village, right? And we're trying to be a community, and so that's great. It says that probably your kids are going to play a bit of Xbox. We have an electronics ban half an hour before bedtime.
No, it's an hour before bedtime.
Is it an hour before bedtime?
We
You
get
guys,
off at 7:30.
you guys been hustling me then again. No, they get off electronics an hour before bedtime. Simply because, not that we're trying to kill their fun or anything. However, there's a lot of stuff out there suggesting that it gives them some time to just wind down and allow them to just, you know, it's kind of hard to sleep when you're coming right off, you know, that instant gratification of video games, you know, all the lights and so on and so forth. And so we give, and even if it's not video games, just a movie or something, we just give them some time to just come down and just woosah. And then, you know, and they sleep. Auntie Lana, Ryder last night slept. This morning, Ryder slept till almost 8 because it rained last night. So the window's open. There's a cool breeze blowing. He's in his glory, you know. It's raining. Oh yeah, he loves that. The colder, the better for him, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's Justice up top freezing out. But he all right, toughen him up. Grab another blanket.
Usually he's the one that gets up with me in the morning. Like I get up at 5:30 and I take the dog out for a walk, and then I come in and he's up with me. So it's the two of us for a while, and we just chit chat and I have my coffee and
And she has her coffee.
and then I have my coffee and then.
And then she has some more coffee. However, hey Japan, God bless. Thanks for stopping in. And that's just, I mean, happiness is a choice, baby.
It is.
Happiness is a choice, and we just absolutely choose to be happy, and we continue to work the first step in that progression. And, you know, that leads, of course, you know, close and personal relationship with our Heavenly Father. However, not everybody is ready for that right off the jump, so we have to, you know, baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby
Exactly.
steps.
I think that's the best thing, because sometimes we don't even realize like we're having the poopiest day ever, and it's like not living in those moments of what occurred that day. So even though bad, you know, poopy things are happening, there's always one little sliver of maybe a good thing that can actually override a lot of the negative things.
You better be sorry. You should be asleep.
She's talking to
we were up here bragging about how when we put y'all to bed, y'all just go straight to sleep, and that you're not down there playing video games. And I'm just kidding, babe. Catch your water. Dump that out, please, and catch it.
Yeah, get clean water,
Yeah,
please.
dump it out. And just give it a rinse out, please, and catch fresh water.
So
No, you don't need the soap.
No.
Okay, you start with the soap, you're gonna be up here for 10 minutes. Just fine, just some clean water and just shake it up, and like you're making a margarita, not that you know nothing about that, and throw it out and catch some fresh stuff in there. Just give it a shake now to rinse it up, put the lid back on it. Oh, Mercedes.
Oh, see, and it's like summertime. It's June. It's that transition month where the kids already know school is gonna be ending. The sun is up longer.
The hustle is so real. Like our schedule is so important, right? And it's like they work until 3:30. And right, that's the school day is done at 3:30, right?
Yeah.
And little by little now, man, and so there's like, okay, we got to work on some writing because they spend a lot of time just on the laptop, so writing skills start to. So let's work on writing for the last half an hour of school, just writing, right? ABs, writing words, whatever.
And then
Cursive and printing, right? And so now the last half an hour has turned into the last 45 minutes, and now it's like 1:30 and baby's out there. Dad, can I be done for the day? Can I start my writing now? The other day she didn't even go to class. She just came out and gardened with me. That was a great day. I mean, school is wrapping up. They're mostly just reading books and watching movies.
Callie,
so
time.
And they've been just stellar in the classroom. Hey, what's happening, Hulk? What's happening, Hulk Hogan? Good to see you. Coffee makes happiness. And Jody was saying that you had some wise words there.
Yeah, that was just that little sliver of positivity that we don't really look at sometimes when we're having the poopiest day.
Always look for the blessing in the lesson. Love you. Good night.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Today's just one of those weird days. It's usually Wednesday, Thursdays that I guess my day, those days where I'm just trying to work it out. And like we always keep saying is that, happiness is a choice.
Yeah.
Can I be stuck in that moment of being just grumpy or uncomfortable? But I look for those positives. We never know what other people are going through, and so I try and smile at people or, just to uplift their day.
Right.
Say hi.
Right.
How are you? And actually inquire on how they're doing. Because, we like to say, how are you doing? Yeah. And you just always, I'm fine, or I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, really, how are you doing?
Right.
Because we don't know if they have anybody significant in their life that's going to be asking them those questions. And they just need to vent. And I just realized that I can't, they vent, and I'm not going to carry everything.
You can't.
Ooh, Carla. She said, my 17-year-old got dressed up with hair and makeup to do her graduation photo shoot. Seeing her all made up made me smile. I made that.
Hey,
wow.
Carla.
I love that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Do you have any sneak peek photos?
Yeah, GQ Jordy with the good hair. He had a real hard time, coming to terms with that. And he just didn't even really want to participate in any of it because it's tough. It was his year.
Yeah.
And it's not him alone, right? However, he's gotten around to he's gonna go pick up his hat and thing tomorrow, I guess, and he's reached out to make the appointment for the photo shoot because we're gonna go to the play the thing instead of school, and it's just so I just feel so bad. And I say this continually. I can't say it enough. I just feel so bad for the 2 years of graduates that have. You don't get that back, right? You're, as a young person, that's your whole reason for being as a young person is to graduate, get a good job, get married, have a family. You don't.
Yeah, and I think for him, he's I've left it up to him, because we've been notified that for his grad, all we do is pull up in our vehicle. He gets out and picks up a diploma off the table, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he goes like, that's not a grad.
He heard that. He was like, yo, you can mail that to me.
Yeah, so I feel for him. Yeah. And
well, there's no celebration of his accomplishment. There's no.
Yeah.
Because as young people, you work hard, and you deserve to be acknowledged. And of course, there'll be acknowledgement in the home. However, I'm speaking of acknowledgement by your peers and acknowledgement by the faculty that he's been there since grade 10, 9, yeah. So he's hey Ben, God bless you. It's tough. It's tough. Let's. Chris said very quickly, I threw an old Henry bar in the pool today. My wife says she's leaving me. And she says, I'm sorry, I need to go. I'll come back later. God bless you guys. God bless IG. God bless. We appreciate you. I think it's sad the kids are missing out on the biggest moments of their life. One of them, right? Those. It's one of those. It was one of those markers, right? It's one of those markers, right? As a young person. And it's not a commentary on anything. This is not commentary on anything other than to say quite simply that it's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. And Ben said, I've just been okay lately, but it's better that it seems because I haven't even been okay in a while. And Ben is a young person, right? Ben, if you can let us know if you are comfortable letting us know how old you are, please. And I can't imagine, I can empathize with that statement. I've been just okay lately. But it's better than it seems because I haven't even been okay in a while. God bless you, Ben. And young people, all the young people out there, God bless you. This is not an easy time to be a young person.
And Jody said here in the country, the grads are coordinating their own celebrations.
God bless him. Ben said he's 15, grade 9. I mean,
and I think that's what it is that, we only live one life. And these memories we don't get back.
I mean, how many fishing trips, Jody? How many trips down to the creek to catch fish as a young person, in the country, right? I mean, here in the city, how many bike rides anywhere, really? How many bike rides are our kids missing? And here's what's happened. What's equally as concerning to me are kids were still playing previous to this. For the most part, you'd look out at the park and you'd still see kids playing. However, kids now have taken all that playing indoors, and now they're spending 12, 14 hours online, and that's not healthy. That's all things in moderation. This is not comment on commentary. This is not judgment. This is not condemnation. Just strictly speaking from a place of concern.
And I think as parents, we want the best for our children, and and like Carla says, it's celebrating with your friends, the hugs, the missing, the cheer of tossing your cap, and she's missing that experience. And as parents, we want that that to happen and occur for them. And sometimes I think that we have to step in now to try and make that a memorable moment
as best as we're able.
And we run as a big family, 10 people in our home, and
yeah, I mean, it's not so much a chore for us because we're a walking party wherever we go, right? I mean, party over here, this Simpson family, right? We roll 10 deep,
my best advice. Oh wait, Ben says the transition from 8 to 9 is hard enough.
That's
with
from
COVID, it's even harder.
So now you're going from middle school and potentially, let's see over here.
That would have been Phoenix.
Right, you're going from middle school to high school.
Yeah, she was supposed to be.
And she hasn't even been to high school yet, technically.
Yeah.
Technically, she hasn't been to high school yet. So yeah, and I mean, the transition from there, to 8 to 9 is hard enough. I mean, transition from one day to the next for a young person is hard enough, and then you throw COVID into the mix, and absolutely, Ben. I mean, our hearts go out to you, Ben. God bless you. As a 15-year-old trying to, what does this look like for a young person? I mean, if adults are having difficulty coping, God bless you. God bless you. And Jody says, best advice: move away from the city. Working on it. It's a work in progress, Jody. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Middle school is 6 to 8. You're out in Ontario, are you, Ben? Yeah. And
they said you are such an inspiration to us. We are also trying to come out of our closet.
Royal billionaire. God bless you. We appreciate your kind words. God bless you. We appreciate you so much. Any way we can be of support in any small way, we're glad to as an act of service. God bless you. God has been too good to us that this is God blesses us so that we can in turn bless others. And any small way that we can be the change, we're committed to doing that.
Ben, he says you killed those puss.
Wow! Whoa! Okay!
Oh boy,
that
I
happened.
just started sweating.
And look at the pretty shade of red that she's turning.
You killed those push-up variations, my man. Bonnie, was it Ronnie? Bonnie.
Ronnie Coleman. Oh, come on, man. God bless you.
And you know what? Just before we were going live, I was on Facebook and I was scrolling, and then the video comes up on my newsfeed, and I'm like, "Hey, babe, I have to tell you something. There's this guy that keeps popping up on my newsfeed. Newsfeed." And I'm like, yeah, damn. And he looks at me like, what?
I didn't. I know my wife.
I know
my wife all too. I already knew that. I knew she was gonna show me the video of myself doing push-ups. I mean, it'd be like, that would be, it would be for her to actually have that kind of verbal response to another male. It would be more likely that I would be able to chew my own arm off. That's a true statement, and it's not conceit. It's just the way she's wired.
Yeah.
It has everything to do with lived life experience and so on and so forth, and her own natural character. Yeah, no. And she thought she was so clever too, so I went along with her. Yeah, however, more likely I would chew off my own arm.
Yeah, I was just trying to hit on my husband.
Oh my
I
goodness.
gotta go wipe my face. I'm hot. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, that's a great number, 7. I mean, that's a great number. And what I found is that a lot of those, I've just started doing those diamonds, and I wasn't doing them. I don't do them all the time. I've only just now started doing them. That I was doing a lot of other stuff to build up to that, and that was really useful. That was really useful. And I want you to check out the, I'll do another short tomorrow on the dolphins, which is from our pikes, and then into our dolphins, and we do those in our morning workouts, if you remember. And I'll do another short tomorrow on those dolphin push-ups, pike to dolphin push-ups, and you can let me know what you think about that. Thanks for all the advice with Justice, by the way. His push-ups are coming along. Still having some challenges. However, we've got him on a book on one arm now, and that seems to be leveling him out a lot more, and the thing is, he's working intentionally, so that makes all the difference in the world. Like, he's attacking the problem intentionally.
And then Jody says, "Good night, my S crew. Thank you as always for your amazing positive messages."
Good night, Jody. God bless you. We appreciate you so much.
We will see you later.
Sure. Serious question for us adults. Do you think watching adult productions are a form of cheating? You first. Ben, I want you to actually, when you get a chance, go into our archived library because you're on YouTube right now, and you follow us on YouTube. You're one of our original subscribers. God bless you. I don't think I didn't know that. You're one of our original subscribers, because I remember when you first subscribed way back when, I'm like, who is Ben? And I said, and you were silent for a while. You've been following us for a while, and you're just now starting to interact with us. So, we appreciate you so much. And we deal directly with this topic in one of our earlier episodes of Real Talk. And I'd like you to go, and if you get a chance, go through our library and have a look at that one as well, because we dealt directly with this topic. But go ahead, please, love.
Yeah. I don't like the messaging on there with adult productions. It does make me uncomfortable, a bit insecure, and I'm very open in regards to that. I don't say cheating per se, but the thought of, what is the word, baby? I'm trying to think of. Not blushing. What is that?
I'm sorry?
Well, not blushing.
Lusting.
That's the word.
Lusting.
Lusting.
The Bible says that. The Bible, in fact, says that, yes, it's a sin.
Mm-hmm. So
if you take it literally, the Bible, in fact, says that, yes, you lust after another woman in your mind, it's sinful.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's where I come from. If you're lusting over somebody that's not even in your relationship, I don't agree with that. And then if you're not even involved in the viewing, whatever, is like you're not even actively involved in any form of. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it PG.
No, it's a real.
You're
it's
being
a great
left
question.
out of the process.
That is a great question, and I would encourage you as well, Ben, to have this conversation with your parents, and trust that that you will be safe enough to approach them, because these are conversations. As much as I appreciate the opportunity to have you ask such an engaging question to share with you, you need to have this conversation with your parents as well. Those open lines of communication, those are your first. Hey Nick, God bless you, Nick. We see you. We appreciate you so much. That should be your first line of contact, your first line of communication when you have these huge questions. Because they are your primary, they're your go-to. They are. So I would encourage you to have this conversation with your parents as well.
But yeah, he has a good. He's like, it's the thought of going to a different human for entertainment instead of your spouse.
Right, and I mean, so where I come from is in a place where I come from in that topic, and what we're talking about, Nick, is that we've got Ben here on YouTube. He's watching on one of our other platforms here, Nick, and Ben is a 15-year-old teen from your area, neck of the woods, as a matter of fact. And he asked the question quite simply, I have a serious question for you adults. Do you think watching adult productions are a form of cheating? And what a great question. And the thing is, Ben, I started watching porn when I was probably about your age, a little bit younger than you are. And I can tell you unequivocally that it altered my perception of what a relationship, a physical relationship, which is to say that the act itself, it altered my perception of what that was supposed to look like. It altered my perception of how I viewed women. It altered my perception of what a healthy relationship ought to be or should look like. It altered everything, quite literally. It altered everything, and for a great many years, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I defended my right to entertain myself as I often would say that I often defended it by saying that it doesn't matter where I got hungry as long as I ate at home. Right? True story. And then I came to a place in my own personal journey where, and it was no undue pressure here at all. I came to, and I probably came to this place a lot quicker because I was allowed to come there on my own. I was allowed to get there on my own. Earlier on in our relationship, I did watch porn, and then it got to the point where I realized that I was engaged in watching that by myself. It was something that we weren't sharing. And if it was something that we weren't sharing, I was like, oh, what's the point? What am I doing? I mean, what am I here doing? It didn't make sense anymore. And so it forced me to take a long, hard look at the whole thing. And I realized that I came to the conclusion that I was dishonoring my wife. We got married before God. That mattered. That was a choice that mattered. And God placed that in my heart, and I had to look at it. Oh gosh, Carla, God bless you. Woo! Hey, Carla, we had children in the room. And so I came to that place where on my own, where I said that no, this is not honoring my wife. I love, honor, and obey. This is not honoring my wife, right? This is something. This was actually a dirty secret that I was keeping from her, and that didn't sit well with my spirit. And I can say unequivocally, since I've made that choice, that our physical relationship is better than it was previously. So yes, I believe that watching porn is a form of cheating. No, I don't feel that it's healthy at any age in any relationship. And it gives us unrealistic expectations for women to live up to a false
sense of security also, like even within ourselves.
Yeah, and false ideologies of what relationships are supposed to look like. It says, I don't really like talking about this stuff with my parents. Every teenager ever, right? Every teenager ever. Yeah, every teenager ever. So I usually go to my brother who has a couple years on me. That's great, Ben, as long as you have somebody to talk to. That's so important. You are not alone. And then Ben as well said, when I get the urge of self-pleasure, I look in the mirror and decide, do something for 5 minutes that has no benefit, or go for a 30-minute walk and refresh your mind. Wisdom maturity. Beyond your years. Maturity beyond your years. I mean, and that's not a condemnation or judgment.
No, and I just love that, like we have our conversations with our boys is that, and our daughters, it's not about the numbers of the people that you decide to have relationships with.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about respect for yourself.
Right.
It's not about trying to beat your best friend and how many they have and you have. It's just finding that one person that you can share everything with, because then that's where things get,
Smoke. Is that smoke? Sorry, no. Sorry. Very quickly, we have multiple platforms going here. You're on TikTok. We've got Instagram. Then we've got Facebook and YouTube. We're talking to Ben on YouTube over here. So yeah, and he's just and Ben. God bless you. Thank you for being so honest and open and willing to just open yourself up and just to share. That's not an easy thing to do, and it speaks volumes about your mental maturity and your mental health. And those things are very, very important to us here in the Simpson family. So congratulations to you. And I mean, Mom and Dad, although you might find it a little bit difficult to speak with them on certain issues, they're doing a wonderful job. And, keep doing you and, keep communicating. You're not alone, and you don't need to, you don't need to go through these issues on your own. And there's always somebody, there are no foolish questions, there are only foolish answers. Keep God in it, and when you see God in it, when you put God first, you see Him everywhere, every place in your life, right? Faith, family, food, and fitness, right? 4 parts of the whole. 4 parts to the whole. What is that, sweetheart?
No, I'm still giggling at Carla.
Carla, you see what you've done, right? You see where you placed her, right, Carla? You see where you placed her. I have to deal with this tonight. Thanks, Carla.
So I want to just check. Okay, Smokes. Oh, who you just talking to?
Yeah, we
Me,
answered
question
that.
mark, hi,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
behind you.
Yeah,
And hi, I'm from LA, California.
He says my parents are amazing. Just some stuff rather not discuss with them. I mean, hey, it's awkward, right? It's uncomfortable. It can be, and that's okay.
But
And-
sometimes I always like to say, if you're uncomfortable talking about something, then don't do it.
If you're uncomfortable talking about it, imagine how uncomfortable it would be to be engaged in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's this idea that it's absolutely gangster to just get your numbers up and just, I just feel like quantity over quality. Quantity over quality. And I mean, I would
Wait,
say
what? What'd you say? Say it again.
quality over quantity.
Okay.
Excuse me. Quality.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Thank
I just
you.
wanted to check.
Thank you. Quality over quantity. And I would humbly suggest that when the time comes for you to find a partner, seek somebody that's godly, as you are, and somebody that can match your level of experience and commitment, certainly. And you guys can explore that wonderful new area of relationships together.
And Carla said, make babies.
It says, I'm the most comfortable when I'm not comfortable, if that makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. It makes perfect sense. Because I have this theory that when God wants us to grow, He tends to make us uncomfortable, right? And so when we're uncomfortable, that means we're in a perpetual state of growth.
Yeah.
And I mean, uncomfortable is not in a bad place or in a bad way. Uncomfortable is just you're aware that something is potentially lurking, or right. It's not necessarily that we're down and out. It says didn't say we wouldn't go through. Didn't say we wouldn't be consumed. Where are you? Where do you find hot Karen? I fell asleep. Hey, Pop. God bless you. Pop's back. Where do you find hot Karen?
I fell asleep.
Thank you for the gifts. God bless you. Where do you find a hot Karen? And very quickly, if anyone wants to share. Very quickly what you did today that made you smile. This made us smile. This is us, feeding into our personal happiness. We're already at 105, an hour and 5 minutes, and I promised my beautiful wife that we try to cap
around 45 to here. So while we're finished up with these last comments, and my wife will get her last thoughts. Go
So
ahead.
Carla, she's like, sometimes it's easier to ask virtual parents the hard question because you're not judging and truly helpful. Sometimes talking to your parents makes things awkward and uncomfortable.
True story.
Thank
you for that,
And
Carla.
then Ben, for your info, I don't believe in God, although I respect your beliefs.
And I mean, you're on your own journey, and you are on your own journey, Ben. However, these are early days yet.
And I like that.
These are
even
early
though-
days yet. We'll see.
And I like where his mindset is because, he knows our beliefs
Right.
and we know your beliefs, but
Right.
we still have that mutual respect.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you for...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, it's early days yet. It's early days yet.
Oh, look at baby.
What's up,
Hi
baby?
hey from Jamaica.
Oh my goodness, I finally reached Jamaica. It take you so long for reach, man. Sure. How long it take you? How long me there a bubble I look for Jamaica?
Wagwan.
And Jamaica does wagwan. God bless you, Jamaica, my island home. I feel so enriched. What's the temperature there just now? God bless. Wagwan. When you are uncomfortable, then you will find a way to find solutions to become comfortable. I like that. I like that. I don't have a problem with that at all. I do not have a problem with that at all. Thank
And
you. I
then
like that.
thank you for the rose. You got a
Thank you for the
rose
gifts.
there.
God bless you. We appreciate you so much. And so if I'm going to give a couple more seconds, Mom, go ahead and close off before I do my blessing. And if we get one or two more comments in before we close, we'll address it and then we'll be out.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to see if they were going to throw out another comment there from Jamaica because I like when it comes out when you start.
Is your wife Aboriginal? 100%. Oh, Ben
Yeah.
Ben has made it over to Instagram now.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am Indigenous. I am.
And I'm Jamaican. Jamaica, man. Wow, but the whole Indian, the conversation that we had the other day
Which one?
about Indigenous people identifying as being Indian.
Oh yeah, this is so confusing to him. So we were talking, he's like, so a lot of people still refer to Indigenous people as Indians. Even though, because like all the acts, whatever, like the Indian Act, everything is Indian. However, we're trying to take back, we're not Indians, we're Indigenous, Aboriginal, Native, depending on what your conviction of belief is and what you want to be called. And then I'm thinking that, so we're called Indians,
Right.
and then you're saying no, that from West Indies.
Right.
So West Indies, they're
Okay. So
no wait.
here's where I get confused. Here's where I get confused. Right. They're referred to as Indians because when Columbus left Spain, he was trying to find India. So for all intents and purposes, they suggest that he thought he had found India. And so when he saw the indigenous peoples of the land, he called them Indians. And it was a clerical error that was never changed. And now fast forward all these years, because I'm Jamaican, which makes me from the West Indies, right? So I'm West Indian, right? We live in a community with people from the East Indies, Indians such the East Indies, right? So that they are East Indian. I'm West Indian. So what? Native Americans, what is North America, the North Indies? Is that what we're dealing with? Is it the North Indies? What? They're not Indians. They're indigenous. Yeah. They're Aboriginal. But they're not Indians. The North America, Turtle Island, is not the North Indies. So it's just it's a clerical error that was never corrected. Anyways.
Yeah, that was our conversation. I think that was yesterday on the way to work.
Whatever.
These are the conversations we have as we're driving, because it's like, it just something pops in and we just try and work it out, and sometimes we don't get the answer. Or
make it make sense, please. Just make it make sense. That's all. Just make it make sense. The North Indies. And then I guess Antarctica would be the South Indies. I don't know. You have anything else you want to add to that?
No, it's like already 20 after 9
ma'am.
here, and I really enjoyed our conversations today. little bit of uncomfortable conversations, and then because I learned something from Jody today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even realize when I sigh, but you showed me that today, so I didn't realize that it's actually a thing. And then what else did we do here? Oh, and Carla. I think Carla's feeling whatever parent is feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like hearing her perspective on it, and how she made that, right? I love that comment.
Right? I made that. And that's Carla, reach out to me. Let me know if I can drop off your jerk seasoning sometime tomorrow. When I pick Mom up from work, we pick her up from work at like 4, and on the way back we can swing by and maybe drop off your jerk seasoning. Let me know, please. Go ahead, baby.
No, I was gonna say that's perfect because I want to see her.
All right. So as per custom for us here in the Simpson family home, thank you very much for spending some time with us. We appreciate you so much. Faith, family, food, and fitness. Jerk seasoning, yes, Ben. Faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith, because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us. Family, because aside from God, there's nothing and no one more important on this earth. Food, because food is medicine. And fitness, because we believe that overall wellness can be achieved by pursuing and maintaining a strong mind, soul, and body. Hence, 4 F's to manifest your best life by grace under God. Happiness is a choice. In closing, good night, Carla. God bless you. In closing, Romans 15:13, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Good night and God bless you. We appreciate you so much. We'll see you back here on Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is our new schedule. I think that's how we're going to work it, and that allows Mom to get 10 hours in between. We'll see you for TGI Friday on Friday.